For this video, I could have super long intros and my story, who I am, blah blah blah, but instead, I'll just show you a picture of me at 120 kilograms, literally morbidly obese, fat as fuck. Yes, on this channel we say the fuck word. And then I'll show you a picture of me with abs. For my whole life, I was always the fat, ugly kid, and I felt like having abs and looking good was like this otherworldly thing that other people were born with, like a privilege that I'll never get to have. It's the same feeling that you get when you are working inside and it's summer, so you see all those people out and about and you feel like you're missing out, man. And it kind of sucks. And for the longest time, I was like, oh, I don't deserve abs. I don't have genetics. It's just for certain elite group of people. And that's BS, because if you are a human being that is born and alive, you have abs. You just have some fat covering it. That's it. It's not like the fucking Indiana Jones treasure thing where it's a sacred thing, only one in the world. It's just we all have it. So how come you don't have abs? Great question. The truth is that there will always be dieters that succeed and the dieters that don't, right? With everything in life, some people fail, some people succeed. And the other truth is that you probably will fail your diet goals, which is okay. We all fail in life. I failed 1 billion times in dieting. So has your favorite person at the thing they're trying to do. The thing is that there is this one personality trait that sets apart the people with abs and the people without ones. There's this one personality trait that determines if you succeed in life at whatever you're trying to do. It applies to everything, man. This one personality trait, do you want to know what it is? It is grit and perseverance. And I want to repeat it. It is grit and perseverance, because when you think about it, like if you're watching this video right now, you probably lost some fat before, but what happened? You gained it back, or you just stopped losing fat. And think about it like this, okay? What's gonna happen if you don't gain the fat back, or you just keep on losing the weight? Eventually your abs will show. It's simple rationale. It's like, oh, you do a diet, you don't get fat again, and then you do a diet again, and then you get abs. It really is simple. And realizing this just blew my whole mind, because you probably lost weight before, and if you haven't, like, one of the videos talking about it, so it's pretty simple. So the question about abs isn't about what exercises to do or what to eat. The question is, how long can you stay in the game? How many times can you fail your diet yet still show up the next day ready to go again, right? Let's say you see some donuts, you're like, fuck me, and then you lose control. You might just eat the donuts. Are you ready to start again tomorrow? Are you ready to just keep on dieting for weeks and months on end? Because that is the true question. Do you have grit? Do you have perseverance? Do you have the willpower to see a goal through? Do you have the mind, the grit, the heart to analyze? Maybe you fail a diet, analyze what you did wrong. For example, maybe you just failed your diet because you kept getting hungry at night and waking up at 3 a.m. ordering food. Can you go like, okay, what did I do wrong there? Why was I ordering food late at night? Do you have what it takes to be like, okay, next diet, I'm not going to do that. Let me find some fixes to binging at night. Did you do that? That is the main question of getting abs. Do you have perseverance and do you have grit? And here's the thing, man, with anything in life, grit and perseverance will be talent any day of the week, right? All the successful people with successful businesses, successful just at art, successful at their craft, they're all gritty and persevering people, right? It's the people that you see in NBA. They've missed more shots than you ever taken at a basketball court. It's just a simple fact, right? A good pitcher with baseball. I'm not American. I don't get baseball, but like a good pitcher at baseball, you just keep swinging. Motherfucker's been swinging for 10 years straight. So if you want to get abs, it's like, do you have the grit to see it through? That is the main question, man. Can you see it through? Do you have what it takes to just keep on doing the mundane things every day? Do you have what it takes to just eat not bland, but like eat kind of not that stimulating foods day in and day out? Do you have the grit, the perseverance to say to people, hey, I can't have the burger because I have some bigger goal in my mind, okay? This is what I'm doing. This is who I am now. Do you have that? Do you have what it takes? Do you have the grit on, let's say you lose 10 kilograms, you take 2 weeks off, you go again, and then boom, abs after 10 weeks. Do you have that kind of grit when you are dieting? Because that is the most important thing. If you look at anyone with a great physique that they've built, they only will have one thing in common. They'll differ in their sets, their reps, their exercises, blah blah blah, but they've all been training for a long time. I mean, obviously, unless they're on steroids, which, I mean, that's like fucking nitro boost, fucking cheating. But you get my point. So the question with abs is not about just what exercises to do or what diet. Yeah, obviously diet is important, blah blah blah, but you can do the perfect exercise once, right? It doesn't matter. It won't matter. The thing that will get you abs isn't the perfect diet or the perfect exercise. It's the good diet that is done months on end, maybe weeks on end, right? If you want to build a physique, it's a good diet and a good workout plan done on years on end. That is just the simple truth. And after you do the grit and perseverance, you build your physique, you apply that shit to other endeavors of life. Right now I'm reading Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, and he has applied this bodybuilding principle to everything in his life, and it's super inspiring. He applied this to movies, to his politics career. He said everything is reps. When he wanted to, in Terminator, there's a scene where he, I think, cocks the shotgun on a motorbike without even looking, and then he does a jump or something. He said he spent hours on end trying to assemble a shotgun without looking, and his fingers were like bleeding or something. It wasn't bleeding, but his fingers were hurting, or he had blisters on his fingers and whatnot, right? I have a guitar behind me. The only reason I can play is I put in an hour of effort every single fucking day. And I mean, I'm not great at guitar, but let's say I put an hour every single day. 10 years down the line, there is no way I'm not gonna be great at guitar, right? No way. So the question is, do you have the grit and perseverance? Do you have what it takes to just do the thing, even if you're bored, weeks on end? So, in conclusion, if you're on a diet right now and you are making any form of progress, I guarantee you will have abs by next year if you don't drop out. Because the name of the game with fat loss, with body recomposition, is just staying in the game. You win the game by being the last man standing. Think of it like this. Every day you go to the gym, there's someone who's skipping the gym, right? There's someone losing out on the gains they could have, right? And they're out of the game. You keep going to the gym, you go for years, and you eventually figure out the correct way to train, the correct way to eat. You fail, maybe you try some diet, you fail it, you try some other diet, you fail it, or you try some form of working out, doesn't work, blah blah blah. Now obviously I on this channel I give you the best way of working out and diet, but you keep going and you stay in the game for fucking years. That's what I did. I was 120 kilos. I fucking stayed in the game for more than 6 years, alright? And I'm losing fat right now. I'm looking the best I've ever looked. I look like a proper fucking bodybuilder. And just in 2 months, all my 6 years of work will pay off. Unless I go to the military, which I might get drafted. That's what happens when you are from a third world country. You get fucking drafted for military, and you can't build an online business or be a YouTuber because there might be impending war and terrorism. But anyway, you gotta have grit, man. You keep doing it for years, and that's how you win the game of fat loss. Alright, let me just give you some practical tips and then we'll end this video. How you get abs is pretty simple. You just train it like any other muscle group. So those 15-minute these fucking workouts, they're not gonna build your abs. Some great moves is the weighted crunch and some sort of ab machine, leg lift, stuff like that. They're great moves. Train them like you would train your biceps or your chest. So maybe do 8 to 12 or 10 to 20 sets per week, and do them around the hypertrophy rep range, around 5 to 30, and up the weight every session if you can, so progressive overload. And then you gotta have a good diet, right? If you're losing fat right now, just keep up with that diet and eventually you're gonna see your abs, and it is that simple. Now, I offer personal one-to-one coaching, so if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description. It will be 60% off for the first 10 people, right? The slots are running out, so act fast. And yeah, I'll coach you real good, man. I know a lot of shit. I read a lot of books, and none of these YouTubers on this side have probably, not none, but most, let's say 99% of these fucking YouTubers weren't fat. They weren't skinny fat. They weren't skinny like I was, right? So if your body sucks right now, I know how to get it in fucking shape. So that is the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.